Despite how Man City might make us feel, winning a league title is one of the most prestigious things a footballer can do, be it the Scudetto in Italy, the Bundesliga in Germany, or the Vanarama National League title. One of these things is far more valuable than the others. Since 1888, there have been 24 different league winners of the top division, and while maybe one day I'll dedicate enough time to look at them all, I just don't have the patience to use up more of the fleeting concept known as time to make a video about them all at this very moment. Existential crisis aside, I think it's time we look at the original 10 winners of England's top division and give them the acknowledgement they deserve, because back in 1888 it wasn't all about money, believe it or not naming names, but sometimes I'm going to have to keep saying this and probably will for another 114 times. Welcome to Good Sport Reviews, my name is Lewis and this is the 10 first winners of the first division, and if you want to become a winner around here then you have to make sure to subscribe and I'll make sure to send you a trophy. 1889 Preston North End. It's become sort of a pub quiz question, but believe it or not, Preston North End were the first ever winners of the English League title back in 1889, and they also did it unbeaten. Take that, Arsenal, your gold trophy isn't all that. The inaugural winners of the title with 40 points scored an impressive 74 goals, which was 8 more than second highest scorers Blackburn Rovers. Boasting players like John Goodall and James D. Ross, the side were the dominant force that season, beating Burnley 5-2 and Wolves 4-0 before going on to claim their first league title on the 5th of January when they defeated Notts County 4-1 following second placed Aston Villa's 4-0 defeat to Burnley. It's the first in the long history of champions, but in a way it could be the most important because of what it meant for the English game. 1890 Preston North End, the first ever back-to-back league winners in England. Preston North End once again showed off their credentials by winning the league, but they didn't do it in as convincing a fashion as the season before. For a start, they actually lost this time, not once, not twice, but 4 times, suffering defeats to Aston Villa, Derby, Wolves and Everton. Despite this, 22 league goals from Nick Ross got the Lily White over the line, despite heavy pressure from the previously mentioned Everton, and they were able to win the league by 2 points after reaching 33 points and securing it on the final day after Everton lost to West Brom 4-1. Preston North End also recorded the longest winning run this season alongside Everton, with both sides winning 6 in a row, and this was a sign of what was to come, just not from Preston. 1891 Everton. The writing was on the wall the season before, let's face it, and with Everton finally breaking Preston's stranglehold in the division, we saw our first different league winner. This season was also the first with a different team in the 12, with Stoke not being re-elected from the season before and being replaced by Sunderland. And while this didn't affect anything a lot at this moment, it's still a monumental moment in the league's lineage. Everton's centre forward Fred Geary was top scorer for the club, scoring 20 goals, which earned him a call up to the England selectors to play against Ireland in the 1890 British Home Championship. Everton would go on to become one of the most famous clubs in England, and this was the start of their incredible league history, with the Blues picking up 29 points back in a time where a win only earned your side 2 points instead of 3. 1892 Sunderland. So, you know when I said earlier that Sunderland being elected into the league didn't affect the lot? Well, much like Rishi Sunak, I lied. The club picking up their first league title at the end of the 1891-92 season on a respectable 42 points, a record at the time. The side went perfect at home all season, winning all 13 of their matches, and they averaged just under 2.6 goals per game, a significant amount higher than the next best Preston North End, who scored 1.96. This season also saw a phenomenal campaign from John Campbell, who scored 30 goals in the league and an incredible 37 in all competitions, firing the side to their first league title. What makes this even more impressive was that the side lost their first 3 away games consecutively, and they still went on to secure the first title of the team of all talent era at the club, which is the most successful in their history. 1893 Sunderland. Howay man, we've won the league again! That's how I imagine all Sunderland fans speak, no offence Dougie Critchley. The 1892-93 season was Sunderland flexing their league winning muscles, with them finishing 11 points ahead of second place Preston North End and winning 22 of the 30 games played that season. With this win, Tom Watson became the second manager to win 2 English League titles after William Soudel of Preston North End, and he also cemented himself into English League history, with the former Newcastle West End manager going on to lead Liverpool to multiple league titles soon after. John Campbell once again tore the league apart, scoring a further 29 goals, propelling Sunderland into a 10-game unbeaten run this season, and this set them up for further success down the line. Fun fact, this was the first league season where a team scored 100 goals, so way to go the Black Cats. Away the lads. 1894 Aston Villa. This season saw a lot of change in the English landscape, with 6 new teams making the step up to the division, including Liverpool, Woolwich Arsenal and Newcastle United. Despite all these future big-name teams in the league, Aston Villa were the side who came out on top, finishing 6 points above second-place Sunderland, preventing them from winning 3 league titles in a row. They boasted an incredible season, picking up the biggest home win with a 9-0 victory over Darwin FC, and also being involved in 3 of 5 of the highest-scoring matches that campaign, which set the tone for the next few years in the league, with the side winning 5 championships and 2 FA Cups before the year 1900. They won 19 of the 30 games available and boasted talented players like Jimmy Cohen and Jack Deavy. 1895 Sunderland. Another season, another Sunderland victory. It's been a while since they've said that, no offence Sunderland fans. Anyway, this season saw the introduction of Bury, Burton Wanderers and Leicester in a season which saw Sunderland once again claim their top spot in the league after the previous winners Aston Villa dropped down to 3rd place. In 2nd place Everton finished 5 points behind the champions. 21 wins was enough to secure the title for the Time Wear side, and the club continued their incredible period of success before the year 1900 by winning their 3rd league title in 4 years. And thanks to their defensive record, conceding just 37 goals in 30 games, the club truly established themselves as a major force here in England. 1896 Aston Villa. A lot of the early years in England focused around just a few clubs because some things never change. Thanks a lot, Man City. I know I'm salty enough to flavour the ocean, but I don't care. Aston Villa scored 78 goals this season, winning the league on 45 points, thanks to victories over the likes of Small Heath and Burnley. The club built a solid back line that summer with players like Jimmy Cohen and Reynolds coming in to form an outstanding line of halfbacks for the club. And thanks to 26 goals in 26 games from John Campbell, who Villa signed from Celtic that summer, they were in pole position to stamp their authority on the league and establish themselves as multiple-time league winners. 1897 Aston Villa. Another season, another Aston Villa title win. This list has me repeating the names more than Hodor, but oh well, my sanity isn't worth a penny it seems. Aston Villa picked up 47 points in this campaign and averaging 1.92 goals a game, thanks to high scoring matches like the 5-1 victory over Blackburn Rovers and the 18 league goals scored by attacker Fred Weldon. This win put them level with Sunderland on 3 league titles, and they also became the 2nd team to win the double, with the side beating Everton 3-2 in the FA Cup final. John Campbell dipped in form this season, but thanks to the goals mentioned earlier from Fred Weldon, they finished 11 points ahead of 2nd place Sheffield United and actually won the league with 3 games left to play, despite only winning 2 of their opening 6 league matches. And 1898 Sheffield United. It's a different team. Put down your beers and celebrate. It's like you've had nothing but soup for a week and then someone puts croutons in it. Not quite the best thing ever, but it's something different at least. Sheffield United secured their first ever league title, winning the 1897-98 season on 42 points, finishing ahead of previous winners Sunderland, Everton and Aston Villa. And this was due in no small part thanks to the club's defensive record of only 31 goals conceded, with only Sunderland conceding less this season. Fred Weldon was once again the top scorer by scoring 21 goals in the league for Aston Villa, but this wasn't enough to prevent Sheffield from winning the title after results against the previously mentioned Villa, Bolton and Notts County. A fantastic result for the club, who broke the dominance of Villa and Sunderland. And that's our list. If you are new around here, please make sure to hit like and subscribe, and let me know if you would like to see the next 10 teams who won the league mentioned in a different video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.